Hi all, welcome to video 7 of Databricks 0 to Superhero playlist. In this video, we will be going to start with the introduction to Databricks UI. So in the last video, we have created a Databricks service and we have um, we have seen importance of all the tabs while creating Databricks service and why each and every tab is important. That was definitely in detail video. And this also is going to be a detailed video. I will try to walk you through the Databricks UI, what are the uses and of different sections of Databricks UI and for what purpose we can use it. Okay. I hope in this video, though you already have understanding about Databricks, in this video you will find many things that you might not have used earlier. Okay, so have a look at it. Okay, and let me know how you find it in the end. Okay, so now in the start, what I have done is I have logged into the Azure portal. Okay, this is the same portal where we have created a Databricks service in last video. Okay, so what I'll do, I just want to go to the service that I have created, Azure Databricks. Okay, so I'll just search it, Azure Databricks. Okay, this is search. This is where we can search. Okay, so in this Azure portal, we can search here using Azure Databricks. Okay, there are few services which we have used recently. From there also we can go to Databricks. Okay, so there are many ways, right? Whatever you feel useful, you can go ahead with that. Okay, so I'm just going to Azure Databricks. So this is the service that we created in the last video. Okay, Databricks here, it is hosted on Azure cloud. Okay, let me try to open this. Okay, before I open, I we have discussed in last videos that it creates managed resource group. Okay, so this is managed by Azure cloud and not by user, right? So if you can see under managed resource group, it has managed identity, storage account, access connector for Azure Databricks, network security group, okay, NSG, and virtual network, VNet, right? All these things are needed so that Databricks as a service will function without any issues, right? And if I go to this service again, okay, if you click on launch workspace, okay, it will launch the Databricks workspace. Okay, let's wait. This is the first time I think we are logging into the Databricks workspace. Okay, in our this Databricks playlist. Okay, so this is how Databricks workspace, Databricks UI looks like. Okay, if I can zoom it, okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, now and this UI is same for all the clouds. Okay, this is Databricks 1. Okay, so it is same for all the clouds. If you can see here, we have this left pane. I can close it and open it by clicking on these three lines. Okay, now um at the center, okay, at the top, if I just zoom it out, okay, see, okay, 150 I'll be keeping it so that it is useful for all of you, right? Here it is search. So this is like the global search, whatever we want to search within this workspace, right? um we can search it. We can search the notebooks, we can search the tables. You can see here we can filter it, what basically object, what Databricks object we want to search. Okay, jobs, dashboards, okay, anything. So this is kind of a global search, we can call it. Okay, now this is the one workspace that we have created here. Okay, so let's say if you have multiple workspaces, for example, we can have workspace for production environment and non-production environment, right? So to access, let's say this is my non-production, and to access the production, I don't need to go to this Azure portal again and again. What I can do, I can just switch the workspaces from here itself. Okay, so here you can see only one workspace as of now because we have created only one. Okay, if we create multiple, we will see the list of all the workspaces for which I have access. Okay, and I can switch the workspaces from here only. I don't need to go to the Azure portal for that. Okay, now this is AI assistant. Okay, so this is assistant we generally use if we have any issues in the code or something we want to understand from AI. Okay, so this is the assistant provided. This is the, I think, the top level from where we can access the assistant. It is like chat GPT, right? If I tell him, let's say, let me try, give me the sample, for example, sample code to read the CSV as pyspark data frame. Let's see. I have never tried such questions on Databricks Assistant. Okay. Yeah, it has given the sample code, right? So if you want any sample code, something like that, anything that you want it, right? It will be able to help you out. Okay. So this is Databricks Assistant, and this assistant can be accessed from many other places. Okay. We will see that when we move deeper into Databricks, but this is at the top level. We can use AI assistant. Okay. Now this is switch apps. Okay. Now if I click on the switch apps, I can see Lakehouse, Databricks 1 and Lakebase Postgres. Okay. Now this Lakebase Postgres, I think it is newly added. Earlier we had Lakehouse and Databricks 1. Okay. Now switch apps in Azure Databricks, basically it lets you switch between different Databricks experiences or Databricks apps, we can call it, within same workspace. Okay, and it is based on like who you are and what you want to do. Basically, in Databricks there are multiple purposes that you can use Databricks for. Okay, so this is for what purpose you want to use the okay, this workspace. Okay, now here we have three: Lakehouse, Databricks 1 and Lakebase Postgres. Lakehouse is like it is for the whatever we are seeing right here, this one, it is Lakehouse. Okay, if I click on Lakehouse, it is the same thing that I'm seeing. Okay, this is a default I would say app, okay, in Databricks, the Lakehouse. Okay, so Lakehouse, basically it is a technical workspace used by data engineers. I'll just write it here: Lakehouse app, for example, for technical users. Okay, for technical users. So who are technical users? It is data engineers. Okay, it is data scientist, it is data scientist, it is machine learning engineers. Okay, these are the people who generally will use the Lakehouse app. Okay, and but all things can be done using the Lakehouse app. We can create and run the notebooks. Okay, notebooks is the place where we write our code and run the code. Okay, we will have detailed explanation about notebooks in upcoming videos. We can create ETL pipelines in the Lakehouse. Okay, we can create and manage the jobs. Okay, then we can train ML models. We can train ML models here. That is why ML engineers also using this Lakehouse app. Okay, and we generally work with delta tables. What is delta and all that stuff, we are going to learn that in complete details. Okay, this is default app. As I told you, this is the default one. Okay, now what is Databricks 1? I'll just switch it to Databricks 1. I'll open the link in new tab. Okay, Databricks 1. Databricks, Databricks 1. Okay, so Databricks 1 is basically for, this is for business users. For business users. Okay, now business users can use it, analysts can use it. Okay, and the business decision makers can use it. Okay, I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is how Databricks 1 looks like. This is the uh, it is like a separate um, experience within same workspace. Okay, now what is the what all things we can do in Databricks 1? We can view dashboards, we can view dashboards. Okay, ask questions in natural language. Okay, what I mean by this, view dashboards as in whatever dashboards we are creating. Let's say I have some data. Okay, and for example, I have, let's say, customers and orders data, and I'm creating a dashboard. Let's say a monthly expense or monthly um, purchased by any customer. I'm preparing a dashboard. So those dashboards can be viewed from this Databricks one. Okay. Ask questions in natural language is like there is something called Genai in Databricks. Okay. We will have detailed interaction with Genai. So Genai is there. Using Genai, what we can do, I can link Genai to my Delta table, the table I'm creating, and I can ask the questions in natural language. For example, I'm creating some dashboard. For that dashboard, let's say I'm linking some of my table to that dashboard. Okay. So dashboard will give me the visual impression of the data. Okay. And if I want to ask some question, let's say give me the, let's say, um, the customer who has done top spending in, let's say, December 2025, right? So this question I can write in natural language. Okay. And I can pass it here to Databricks one. Okay. If you can see, and we will get answer to that. Okay. And it is like basically technical users will not use the Databricks one. It is the business users, okay, who are doing the consumptions of the data and not the developers basically. Okay. And this third one is there. Let me open it. Leg based Postgres. This is basically the OLTP system that Databricks has created. Okay. So if you know, the Databricks was not having the OLTP database. So Databricks has created something called lake base. Okay. If you have any transactional data, you can store it in this Databricks. Okay. Within Databricks, right? You don't have to go and use any SQL server outside of Databricks, or you don't have to use any Postgres outside of the Databricks. Now it is available in the same workspace. Okay. If you can see, leg based auto scaling is not available in this region. Switch to workspace in the supported region. So in the region that I have created, I think I have created in the central India, this leg based auto scaling is not available, right? That is okay. Okay. But this is the on high level what leg based Postgres is. Okay. Fine. Now the question is, why this switching apps? Why switch apps in same workspace, right? That's the question. Now, basically, the thing is different users are needing different experiences, right? Data engineers are needing different experiences. The business users are needing different experiences. The transactional data handlers, right? They are needing the different experiences. That is the reason Databricks has sorted it out here, right? If you are a developer, use Lakehouse. If you are a business user, use Databricks one. If you have some requirement related to transactional data, right? OLTP, go ahead and use Lakebase, right? They don't want to keep everything, in one workspace. They don't want to confuse multiple users that are using Databricks is not used only by developers. It is used by many people. Business users are there, right? Recently I created one of the sample use case where I'm asking, let's say, in that use case, the result, my doctors, okay, doctors also can use Databricks. They can their query here, okay, in Databricks one, and they'll get the results stored in Delta table, right, in natural language. Okay. So there are a number of users using Databricks, and this is just to make sure no user is facing the issue while experiencing the Databricks. It's a wonderful thing, right? Now, basically, see, developers are using notebooks and codings and all that stuff. Business users don't do that. They just want to see the inside. They are the decision makers, right? So that's the reason this different switching of the apps is present, right? Okay. So it is like same data. They're going to use same data. It is kind of same platform, same workspace, but different experience, right? Fine. I think that's excellent. Now, we have, I think, few things in Databricks. One, you can search here, right? You can see what are the objects that are assigned to you, right? What are the dashboards that you have access to as a business user, right? Jenny spaces, what are the Jenny spaces that you have access to, right? Let's say there is some Jenny space I'm creating and I'm giving access to a doctor, okay? Doctor will search like what was the symptoms summary for patient with registration number, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So doctor will fire this query here. I'll give access to all the users in one of the Jenny space. We can create Jenny space here. What is Jenny in simple language? I'll tell you. Okay. I have one delta table where I have results stored, right? This is technical table. I want the user, the one that is going to use might be anyone, right? They want to use. I want them to ask question in natural language. Okay. For example, in this delta table, I have, let's say columns as patient registration number, symptoms summary, right? and and this all these things, symptom summary and diagnosis summary, I did as part of one of the use case that I just handled for my organization, right? And here we have used genai. So through genai with langchain we are going to learn all these things, how to work with this. But as of now in this table, forget about delta. I'll let you know delta. Now consider it as only table. I have patient registration number, symptom summary for that patient, and diagnosis summary for that patient. If my user fires a query, if I, let's say if I want to find a summary of patient with patient registration number 12345, what I'll do, I'll use SQL, right? Let's say select star from let's say final table, for example, right? Final table where PRN equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But my non-technical user, my business user, why he or she will fire a query, right? They'll simply write, give me the summary for patient with patient registration number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the backend, okay, through Jenny, it will fire this query on this table and it will give the result. That's the Jenny. That is Jenny, right? Natural language understanding, basically, it has got, right? Okay, good. We will learn Jenny. Don't worry. We will have detailed discussions on Jenny, right? So now, we have seen this workspace tab and all that stuff. If you can see here, suggested favorites. If you add something in favorite, you will see that here, popular. Okay. I mean, what are popular tables your colleagues and all those people are using? Mosaic AI is related to Gen AI, right? See here we have different models that we can use. Okay. LLM models. Okay. We are going to see everything in our GenAI using LangChain playlist. Okay. And that GenAI using LangChain playlist, I'm going to take with Databricks itself so that you will have a flavor how to use Databricks for GenAI also and how to use Databricks for data engineering also. Right. Fine. We'll see here, we can see a new button. So this is, I would say, a central button from where I can create a notebook. I can create a query. Okay. You can create a query and store it in Databricks. Dashboard, Jenny Space, job, ETL pipeline, right? And there are many more things that I can create using new, I would say, uh, new button. I can upload files also. Okay. Data or files also using new button. So the left side is called the main navigation pane. Okay. The top section is the common functionalities used across all the areas. I mean, workspace is something where, you know, we'll see all the I would say notebooks we are creating, all the repositories. Okay, if we have any GitHub repository that we are working with, right, it is going to be part of this repos. If there are any notebooks or data that is getting shared with you, you will find that here. You will see all the users using this workspace over here, right? Users and user groups and many more things. So that is about workspace, right? Recents is like you will see all the recently viewed services from your side. Okay, catalog, jobs, compute, marketplace, right? So this is the basically um the common functionalities. All the common functionalities are stored here. Okay, in SQL section it contains the menu item specifics to Databricks SQL. Okay, and it is used to build SQL based data warehouses and analytical solutions on data lakehouse platform. Okay, what I mean to say simply, I'll just give you a simple thing. Okay, let me create a new query, right? So he, what is this? This is basically, I'm just writing some query. Okay, if my analysts want to analyze some table, right, they will use this final table where PRN equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So the data will be retrieved from this uh, table. You don't have to create any notebook or anything for that. You have queries available. You can just fire the query here. Okay, and there are many more things, queries, dashboards, right? You can schedule your queries also. Okay, you have in case of this, I think we can create SQL warehouse, which is, I would say, a persistent one. Okay, we can call it all purpose compute. Okay, in case of SQL, and there is serverless also that we can use. We will see everything in details. Okay, but SQL is a section where we have menu items specifics to Databricks SQL. Okay, and then we can see data engineering, where we have, if we are scheduling any job, right, any pipeline we are scheduling, okay, that we can see in job runs. We have many filtered items here: start date, end date, what is run status. If you want to filter using completed, succeeded, something like that, if there is any error code that you are getting, right, you want to filter your pipelines using the error codes. Many more things are available. Okay, and AI ML is basically it is used for Gen AI and ML things. Okay, so we have whatever models that are available. I think it is in the serving. Yeah, whatever models that are available, we can use in Databricks. Okay, one of the model is something LLM model we are going to use to learn the Gen AI using langchain. Okay, so that's, I think, the simple understanding about Databricks UI. There are a lot of things. So this series is going to be, I think, lengthy and in very detailed. Okay, so I think we discussed about workspace, recents, and catalogs in the common areas. Okay, so catalog is something where I think we can find, we can organize, and we can manage all the data assets like tables. If in a table we are creating any schemas, we are creating views, we are creating functions, we are creating everything, we can access at this central location. Okay, I'll show you in next few videos how to create a unity catalog, how to set up a unity catalog, right, and then how to create a catalog schema and then tables and all that stuff, right. Jobs is something, jobs and pipelines, it is the place, it is same things, right. If you see job runs, you will move over here only. So you can create the jobs ETL pipeline. It is called basically, what I can call it, it is the Databricks, I think lake flow. Okay, Databricks lake flow pipelines. Okay, it earlier it was Delta live tables. Now it is lake flow pipelines. Okay, which are much more automated. We don't need to write any code here. Okay, it is codeless. We will see that also. An ingestion pipeline is something, if we want to connect to some external source, right? Let's say I want to connect to some SQL server, ServiceNow, Salesforce. These connectors are made available by Databricks, and I can schedule ingestion pipeline. Let's say daily I want to fetch the data from SQL server. If I have some data from in SQL server, right? So these pipelines also, if you can see, they have divided these pipelines into three categories. Okay, job is where we can orchestrate notebooks, pipelines, any queries that we want to schedule. Okay, we can build ETL pipelines using SQL and Python. And ingestion pipeline is something we can use Databricks connectors. Okay, and we will see how to use Databricks connectors, how to schedule ingestion pipelines also in details. Okay, compute is something where we create and manage the machines, the clusters that we are needing. Cluster, basically we need to run the code and queries. Without cluster we cannot do any work in Databricks. Okay, so cluster basically provides the processing power. Okay, it provides GPUs, CPUs, right, memories it provides. Okay, and we can connect our notebooks to the cluster. And if you see, not only notebooks, these SQL queries also, to run the query also, we can connect the query to this SQL warehouse. Okay, so that is also the cluster. Okay, marketplace basically in Databricks is like the place where we can discover and use ready-made data sets, AI models, solutions provided by Databricks and its partners. Okay, so there are a few. If we want to access any data set, okay, I think, okay, these data sets we can access. Let me see. Like we are, okay, 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 okay. So there are n number of data sets that we can access. Okay, and we can make use of them for our learning purpose. Okay, for example, if I go to bright data, I think there is one. Just a second, let me see. Data sets are there. Okay, we'll see that, but I think there are data sets also make are available. Azure. Okay, thoughts what is business AI, right? So free data sets also we can use. Okay, and we can what is this chunk data, sample customer profile data sets used for identity solution testings. Okay, this is sample data set that is available. Okay, yeah, and we can get instant access. Okay, so free data sets are available in the form of tables which you can use for your learning purposes. Okay, fine. And I think that's all about the Databricks UI video, right? I just wanted to keep it short. If you can see, if I click on Microsoft Azure, I'm coming to the root part of my Databricks UI. Okay, so yeah, that's about Databricks UI. This is how it looks like. If I want to walk you through few things, if I go to settings, there are many settings that are available. From this appearance, I have just what I have done. I think I have done the this dark mode. Okay, where is that dark mode? Let me check. Development. Okay, of a developer. Okay, and I think it's here. See, use system default mode, dark mode, and that stuff, right? So there are many things in these settings. Okay, you can see identity and access. What are the users that have access to this workspace? If you want to, if you are admin and you want to give access to any user to this workspace, you can use that using this. Okay, let me close this one. We can add user, we can remove users, right? And user groups also we can do compute and this stuff. So there are many things, right? We can connect to git url. So if we can go to linked access, right, we can add git credentials here, and we can work using git. Okay, there are many things in this setting. Okay, and number of things to learn. We will start with we have started from scratch. I think while creating the Databricks service also we have learned each and everything. So in that way also we will learn each and everything that is available as part of Databricks, right? Fine, that's all from me. I hope you are liking this playlist. Okay, this is helping me also to explore, and this is helping, I think, all of you. If you're already using Databricks or not, this is going to add a value to your knowledge also, right? And those who are new, I think it is going to be in very simple language for you all, right? Fine, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.